Hello everyone, welcome back to Mama Soul Readings. Hope you all are doing well. Happy to connect with you all today. And today's topic is how men view you. It could be anybody. If you are a female, then this, and if you wanted to know how men view you, or it could be for anybody if you wanted to know how men view you. So these are the readings. These are your piles. I'm sorry. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you wanted to know how men in your life or men in general, how they view your personality or how they perceive you, this is the this is what it is about. So you can just close your eyes, feel centered, and pick one pile. Otherwise, you can prefer to listen to all three readings. Okay, hope you have picked your pile. Pile 1, whomever has picked this pile, how men view you. You have different personality. You have a different personality, and either you could be someone who reads a lot of books. You are in your world, in your own world, and you do a lot of things, not just one. You are like a next door person, like you do a lot of things, or something. Like you could be a lawyer, you could be reading a lot of books, and everybody can connect with you a lot. That's how they feel. Everybody thinks like they wanted to have a sip with you. You are unique in your own way, but there is a lot of connection they feel with you. There is a lot of bond. Your energy is so warming and welcoming, so they feel this connection with you. Sort of an angelic connection, sort of like a next door girl, next door woman person, next door woman feel. That's how they feel. Somewhat similar to an angelic personality. You fit in everybody's whatever they want. You might be very kind, helpful. And they just feel like they wanted to possess you. Somewhat they just feel like they wanted to have you in their life. You have that sort of a craving personality, warming and welcoming personality, and everybody feels somewhat attracted towards you. And you have not just one thing, you do a lot of things, and somewhere they just feel like they also can fit into any of that, which your whatever. It could be work, it could be your personality, it could be what you want in life. They just feel like in some place they just wanted to fit with you. And yeah, they just at least wanted a piece of you. They wanted to have a sip in your life. They want to know. Your energy is welcoming, and yeah, welcoming and charming. Sort of like delicious. People crave for you. Everybody wanted to have that chat, have that fun chat, or yeah, they at least want to have that fun chat with you. They just feel that you have a lot of wisdom from what you study, from who you are. You could be in a higher position, but still, they just feel that you can also accommodate everybody's energy. You're so welcoming. Pile number one, how men view you. As their 10 of cups. That's how people view you, as their 10 of cups. They just feel that the way you welcome, the way you are very welcoming, and they just feel that there is lot of love overflowing from your cup, and they wanted to have that 10 of cups. They wanted to have at least a piece of you in their life. That's how men view you. You are very charming and attractive. Something is very attractive about you, and that's why they wanted to have some sort of a connection. Your cup is overflowing. You just offer love to everybody. Love in the sense, you offer kindness. You offer kindness to people around you, and that's how they see you. They see you as a very kind person, and they wanted to have a chat with you, or just have a talk and then see how it goes. They just, most of the times, they just see you as a 10 of cups, as a very loving person who doesn't have any sort of a flaw. There's no flaw, and they just feel like they sometimes they just feel like they wanted to have that 10 of cups with you. Most men, that's how they feel. They feel that you are a person who is like pampered and have everything perfect in their life, but there is a lot within you, there is a lot inside you which you don't show the other side to everybody. Not even to men, you don't show that other side of you to everybody. So sometimes people are getting confused also, but how they view you is a person who is supposed to have everything on their side and be that 10 of cups, who's like fully content with their life, um, having a perfect life. That's how they feel. But there is a lot inside you which you are not sharing with anyone. So the way they see you as is a person whom you are very giving, and you have a lot of other personality within you, and they just feel like at least they wanted to fit somewhere, they wanted to fit, or somewhere they wanted to share a piece with you. That's how they feel. But you are a person who is very much focused in your own life. You don't actually, you know how they feel, you know all that, but there is something deep down, there is something inside you which you don't share not only with men, you don't share it with anybody. Let me know if this resonates. If I see that you have a lot different personality than how you project it outside to the outside world. You just, you don't, you know how they feel and all that, but I don't think you are paying heed to any of this. Very much focused in your thing, and you're not minding about the other uh, aspect of what others think of you. The way you project yourself, that's how they feel, that's how they think. Because maybe the way you look, maybe the energy you spread, you emanate to the outside world is entirely different from who you are. So men actually feel like you are their 10 of cups. Sometimes most men, that's how they feel, because your energy is so warming and merry, and that's how they feel. But there is a side of you which is very much focused and some rigid, I am also saying some sort of a rigid personality, but you are not showing it as a rigid personality. You are just showing it as a very well focused, uh, driven towards goal kind of a person. That's how you're showing it to the world. But there is also a side of you which is actually very rigid, which nobody knows, but you are just trying to fit in. Somewhere you are also trying to fit in, and then you show this side of you, and sometimes that is also getting misunderstood as, it's people think that it is too welcoming, but you are just being kind. You're not, you're just being kind. You're not being nice, you're being, literally you're being kind. I think this way of you being this way is actually changing, and you know that too. The way of you being a certain, having a certain personality is actually changing. There is a lot of balance happening in your life, and you do not want to be this person where you are very welcoming and warming. I Very welcoming and being very merry, making, trying to analyze others happiness and making others happy. I think this phase is actually changing for you. And how it is changing is because, why it is changing is because when you have given way to a lot more people in your life where they took it for granted, and now you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to be a different person where men will see both sides of you. That's how I feel. Maybe you were uh, very warm and welcoming. At the same time, you were very self-focused, focused in your career, kind of. That's how you show it to the world. Though you're warm and welcoming, you just avoid some kind of a too many. You do not want too much of attraction also, but you are attractive, but you do not want too much attention, unwanted attention. You wanted attention, but not that unneeded attention from bad energies. So this side of you is actually changing, where people see, because people take you for granted. Men sometimes take you for granted because there is a lot of eyes on you. People always wanted to keep knowing what you're doing, what, where you go and all that. Because of that, they just feel that some sort of a very pleasing personality. And then I think you have changed, or you will be changing soon. You have already started to change. I think you could see some signs already in your life, and you are changing this personality. As I said, there is this rigid personality that will also, you will start trying to portray that personality as well, because you do not want to be taken for granted anymore by anybody, not just men, but this is particularly men. You do not want to be taken for granted, as this reading is about men. You don't want to be taken for granted. So I think you have changed a lot because of the past, because of what happened in your life. You have completely changed yourself. Still that adorable, lovely, calming person, yes, that is still there. At the same time, situations in life, whatever your experience you had gone through until this stage, has made you realize that you are not that calming. Yes, you are calming inside, not that you will not welcome all the energies in your life, all the kind of people in your life. You will know whom to be, where you need to be very welcoming, and sometimes when you had to stop, you will also have, you're going to have some strict boundaries, and you will spread both your energies, and you will not show the other side of you, that calming, please, kind personality to everyone. So how men perceived you so far is will change, has already changed, and it will change, and yes, it will change. Sometimes people wanted to know because of you carrying this kind of a character. Sometimes people even want to know like what is happening. This will completely go for a change. Now you might be in a confusion period as to why I am being portrayed a certain way when I don't even share that energies, because it is not that you are portraying yourself to the world, like to men like this. Maybe men in your the people when you grew up, men around you expected you to be this way, calming and pleasing and pleasant, not pleasing, pleasant, calming and very friendly, cordial. You try to maintain peace in your place. You allowed people to, sometimes there are like, if people were hard on you, you try to maintain that peace in your family, or it could be anywhere where you grew up. So that's why you are portraying this kind of a personality, and you do not want that anymore. So you have changed. The things that has happened around you has made you change. You are in the process of change, or you will go through this change. If you are in this kind of a personality, you will go through change. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number one. Do share your thoughts if this reading resonates with you. And also, if you have enjoyed watching this reading, like, share, and subscribe so that I can pick your energy from the next time. Okay, so pile number one is over. This is the message for you. We'll start with pile number two. Is this pile number two? No, I guess this is pile number two. Pile number two. What I'm seeing from here is only a certain part of you you're showing to the world. There is one hidden side of you which you're not showing. But how men view you is a person who's very patient in making decisions. Might be kind of a slow energy also, very patient and giving. You don't just do anything out of impulse control, out of impulsively. You don't take any decisions. You're not very fast. You're very kind, and more than kind, I'm seeing like strategic. You could be very strategic, analytical. When you put your mind to something, you just try to achieve. Somehow you try to achieve. So how men view you is a person who is clear, focused, knows what they are doing. You could be working somewhere. There is growth in your personality that men could see. There is growth in your personality. Like who you are, who you were from who you have become. There is growth in your personality. If people have seen, uh, I think, though there is a sort of like a personality which is actually, though there is there is a side of you which is like very confused, and there is like two sides of you, which is like your one side of you is very confused, and you there is When you communicate, there is a lot that is happening in your head, and what is coming out is actually sometimes it doesn't come out well. You might have problem in communicating with what you think. So but then there is also this other side of you which is very clear in making decisions, and you don't show this other side so easily because I think you have come from this to this level. Maybe this is your younger self. This is your younger self. Now you know how you wanted to communicate. Now you know how to balance things, and whatever you decide, whatever decision you make, you don't just simply uh, do it out of do it impulsively. You just make the decision. You are sure that this is what you want, and you stand on your ground, and you make sure that it is happening for you, or you will make it happen. Maybe this is your growth. You had been, this could be your younger self when you were young. This could be your younger self where you were not that calming. You were making a lot of mistakes, especially when you communicate. There were things were not clear. Whatever you wanted to convey, you did not convey it in the right sense. But now you know how to convey it and make sure that it is to the point, and you make sure that people also accept whatever you say. You just don't simply share anything you want. You were once things were not this way. You were once, and now things have changed. Pile number 2. Yes. Now, how men view you is a person who is fully grown, who knows whatever decision they make, and you are not a person who is wishy-washy. You wait for the right time, and then only you take every step. uh, People might come to you for having clarity. You might have that wisdom because you have built yourself so far, like this is what you wanted to be looked upon. You wanted people to see you this way, so you made yourself like this. They see you as a person who stands on your ground. That's how men view you, and you have this very lively, happy personality. Very lively and happy personality. Still, when it comes to, you could be an alpha female, something like that. They also see you as there is a very lovely, bubbly lively, cheery personality which you carry within yourself, and that is that's why people get attracted towards you. But there is also sort of a boundary. You have this boundary with you where people cannot enter or step inside after a certain level. You make fun. You also get along with men. You also get along with everybody in your life. And how men, when they try to actually go further to the next level, you have your boundaries in which you feel like that is right for you. Yes, if you feel like that is right for you, yes, what you're doing is right. But how men view you as a person who is very well sure about what you're doing, that's how they feel. You make quick decisions also, and you make sure that you are right. You make sure that whatever you put your mind into, you get it. They are very much, men are actually very much uh, adore you for your determination, your sheer determination of how you make things work, how you yourself work, how you actually strategize things. You might be very strategic in your things. analytical. Whatever you put your mind to, you make sure that you do it. I'm seeing all yellow, very happy, lively, cheery energy, and in that, very quick, fast moving. You could be an extrovert. At the same time, you have some strong boundaries which you don't allow. And if anyone is trying to actually mess up or anything like that, I think people cannot mess up with you. That's how you actually navigate. Men cannot mess up with you. You have that strong boundaries. You also speak. You could be a very good you also speak. You could be an HR, you could be in PR, you could be in a leadership position, or you could be an entrepreneur also, where you have people working. There is also a side of you which is kind and nurturing, and where you take care of your family, and there is also a side of you where you weigh both the scales and make sure that you are doing the right thing. What I'm not seeing here is you don't share that vulnerable side to anybody. There is also a lot happening within you that you don't share it with anybody, especially with men. They don't see you sharing any of that. You only show a side of you. Another side of you is still not fully shown, or you do not want to show that to other men in the life. And you could be single. Some of you watching this pile, you could be single because you do not want it to show the vulnerable side to men. Maybe because of the past experiences, you do not want it to be yeah. Yes, you moved away. You moved away from certain men. I don't know, some love, some person coming towards you, or even if you moved away from certain men or certain people in the past because that did not work out for you, or they were trying to take advantage of you. You just moved away from those people. Now, even if men come or men try to offer you something, you just feel like they don't worth it, or they are not worthy for you, or you just feel like that doesn't fit you, or you just ask all those questions and then overthink with with everything that is happening. The conflict is happening in your mind, it is not at all happening in your reality. You only overthink, and then you only block it. And sometimes you only block it. It is not that nobody is trying to block it, but you block it some way. There is a very loving where you can also share your feelings with people. Try to find that side. First, you try to find that side by yourself, and then see whether there are people like that. Maybe you were brought up in an environment where work is considered at given first priority, and you have to work, and you have to be very analytical in terms of thinking. But try to also other than work, try to hang out with uh, people other than work, and then try to also open up your heart. Yes, I understand sometimes you did and that did not work out, but now you are a changed person, so you also know to have your boundaries. But that's your choice. This is just a suggestion from me. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 2. Do share your thoughts if this reading resonates with you. There is a lot going on in your mind. There's a lot going on in your mind, uh, but you're not sharing more about the uh, you're not having sharing a more about your emotions, your feelings or anything. You don't share that with men at all. How they see you, this is how they see you, because this is what you wanted to be portrayed. Because sometimes you feel like men will hurt you. I understand. I totally understand. So if this is the way you wanted to do it, this is how it is. But if you wanted any change, yes, people are coming towards you, but there's a lot of conflict happening within your mind. Within your mind. So first, you could start journaling how you feel. Start trying to recognize your own emotions and feelings, and then you will understand. Number 8 could be significant for you. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 2. Do share your thoughts if this reading resonates with you. Also, if you have enjoyed watching this reading, like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that I can pick your energy from the next time. Pile number 3. If you have chosen pile number 3, how men view you. Oh, you might be single at this time. Men view you as a person who walk alone, who walks alone. You do not, even though there are a lot of people, I don't think you are actually listening to anybody. You and your shadow. You have that much of a confidence. You have that much of a confidence, and you walk alone. You could be in a leadership position, but you don't give a damn about what others are saying, what others think. You don't care about anything. You just walk. You just don't even turn back and see what is happening, what they are sharing, what they are. Because I guess maybe because you might be intuitive, you already know there's a lot happening in your mind, in your head. You know what, and you don't give a damn about what others think, but you just keep walking. Might so they do not actually not they are not able to get a hang of what is happening in your life. How they view you is this is how they view you. You just make sure that every step, everything, whatever you do is actually right, and you don't get or ask for any sort of help. You just walked away from a lot of people. Or yeah, so even though there are people, I don't see that you are approaching anybody. They just see that you are a very confident person. When someone or somebody says anything, you just turn your head the other way and then you just walk. You could be very intuitive. See, again, I'm getting this. These two cards are exactly similar. You could be very intuitive. You just follow your own footsteps. You follow your own intuition, and then you don't ask any help, especially from men. There could be light. Things are changing for you. There are certain places where they just feel that you can ask something or you can just try, but I think you might be a versatile person. You could do things on your own. You could be doing a lot of things on your own. You might be in a leadership position, or you might be an entrepreneur, but still you don't ask anything to anybody. What I'm saying here is you could be doing a lot of work, and how men view you is you could ask for help. There are a lot of things where you need help but you don't ask anyone. So what they see you as a person who is very strong in their pursuit, very capable, and know who they are. They know your potential, how confident you are, how talented you are in whatever work you do. So they just feel like you are someone untouchable. They try. You just do things on your own. You just walk on your own. Most of the things, I think you might be very intuitive. At the same time, your intuition, you just listen to your intuition. You just walk. You don't listen to anybody. That's how men view you. Nobody can actually, even people try, even when people try, I don't see that people try talking to you. Men try to talk to you, but I just feel they just feel like that you are someone untouchable. This lonely side of you, I think you will start allowing people in your life. You will start allowing, now that you know. There were times where you do not wanted to share anything, talk to anybody, any men or something, because of what happened in the past. You do not want to. Now I think slowly you are changing. You have become a person where you have started to change. That's why you are allowing men. You started to talk to men in your life. Earlier you were not. Why you were not conversing men? Yeah, because of what happened in the past, you did not allow anybody with you, because you did not feel the need. You actually did not feel the need to actually allow men in your life. You just feel like you are content, even with uh, friends around, having some friends around, having some female friends around, or something happened to you, or you just feel like you can do without the help of men, something like that. So you just feel like you are fully content, and that's why you don't feel the need to talk to them. But I think you might starting to allow, or find the have some wider perspective about sharing your thoughts and perspective with some men whom you prefer to. That might be something a little challenging for you, but I think you are slowly changing. But this change will be very slow for you. Still, you have not initiated this change, but after you initiated this change, once when you know that there are also other people, other men who also have some sort of a different perspective than the men you have seen in the other side, then I think things will become fast. But until then, I think you are in the phase of, there is a conflict happening in your mind. I think that is actually that conflict, that which you already have in your mind about your perception about how men are. I think that will change, and then things will slowly start to change. That's why men just feel like you are someone untouchable. Even when they try or approach, you just move away, you just walk away from people who are trying to approach you. I don't see you actually very much engaging with men. How men see you is a person who is like versatile, do a lot of things, who just, you are very much focused in your career. You just wanted to do things for you, and that's how they see you. They see you as an empress. Right now you are very clear about whom you are allowing in your life. But hereafter, even if you allow people in your life, you will be sure of how you are going to allow, how you are going to talk, and what sort of boundaries you will have with men. What sort of a frequency level you wanted to match, what sort of people whom you can engage with, all that you will realize, and that's how you are going to allow people in your life. But you will start allowing people in your life, eh, especially men. You will start allowing, but right now I don't think you are entertaining any men in your life. You just feel that you are content on your own, so that's why you are not allowing. But that will slowly you will realize a lot, because of the it's because of what you had gone through. You are having this sure, you actually confirmed with yourself, I'm not going to do anything, I will not get hurt anymore. I get it. That's how you are actually. You will find a way to communicate or engage or talk, even to have a conversation, casual conversation. You will change again, that will change for you, and then you will know how you can set boundaries, how you can move. What do you need to do? If you are an entrepreneur now, I think first it will start with your family. First, the change will start with the people around you. If you are an entrepreneur, you will, yes. First, it will start changing with the people around you, and then you will change. First, it will start with not just with your family, with your friends around you. Everything, things will start changing. Maybe you can start talking to your work friends at first, and then you can decide how you want it to be. That's how you will start changing. Yes, that's how it will start changing. Initially, it will be like different for you. You will find it a little weird, maybe. You may not like it, but I think you will start to accept men, perspective about men in your life. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number three. Do share your comments if this reading resonates with you. Also, if you have enjoyed watching this reading, like, share, and subscribe so that I can pick your energy from the next time. See you all in my next reading. Bye.